I suck. Have I watered any of my plants today? No. Did I need to repot half of my plant collection yesterday? 100%. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing different ways to stop you from procrastinating your plant chores. I see you. Don't you think I don't? Honestly, I'm the same way. I've been putting everything off. Hopefully, some of these will actually get you to build better habits. Maybe not put off watering that one plant 589,000 times. Just me. All right, let's get into it. Tip number 1, gaslight yourself. I'm being serious. The more you say something out loud, the more you are likely to believe it. So for me, when I'm watering all 100 plus of my plants, I love watering all my plants all the time. It's the best.
Said no one ever.
All jokes aside, the more that you think positively, the less you catastrophize. Honestly, when you procrastinate, a lot of it is that mental buildup, the gymnastics you do in your head with like, oh my God, it's going to take forever. Oh my God, I'm going to hate it so much. All of that is what really prevents you from actually getting started. Tip number 2, bribe yourself. I am not above buying or bribing myself with happiness. I have been so frustrated with watering all of my plants. I don't know why. I used to absolutely love it, find it therapeutic, cathartic even, but now I freaking hate it. It really is hard for me to every other day go out of my way and actually water some of my babies. Anyone else have that issue? Maybe I have too many plants. I don't know. What I will do is bribe myself with a nice latte, which I'm grabbing from the floor because I do not have a coffee table. And I will make myself a latte only after I've put all of my plants on the counter and I've begun bottom watering them. Tip number 3, fact check yourself. I don't know about you, but when I don't want to do something, I tell myself lies. Oh my gosh, repotting is going to take me 20 hours because I have 20 plants. It's going to take forever. I have a huge mental block and it prevents me from actually getting started. So the next time you do that, fact check yourself, actually time yourself. How long does it truly take for you to do that plant chore? Chances are it doesn't take you 20 hours to repot 20 plants. It's probably going to take you 1 hour. Tip number 4, plan your day before it even starts. My favorite thing to do is actually grab my physical planner and I'll map out my day. Either the night before or a couple days before, I'll assign different tasks or plant chores to different time blocks. And essentially my schedule is all done. I don't have to think about it. I don't need to make any decisions because decision fatigue is actually one of the triggers to procrastination. Tip number 5, do the same plant task or chore on the same day at the same time every single week. Some research papers say to do this for about 10 weeks or 75 days to actually build a habit. And when you build a new habit, it creates a new routine, which activates certain neural pathways here in your noggin. The more often you activate these specific neural pathways, the more efficient it becomes. The less decision-making your brain needs to initiate to kick off that specific action. Think about it when you go to the gym. The more often you go, the more it becomes a part of your routine, the less likely you probably dread doing it because you're already on autopilot. Tip number 6, bite the bullet. And the biggest one. Usually when we have a to-do list, we'll save the worst for last because we just don't want to do it. We want to procrastinate, push it off as long as possible. Opposite kind of works in our favor. If you actually choose to do that first, it's not going to be looming over your head and it can actually allow you to concentrate on other things. If I were to, let's say I had 10 different plants I had to repot and I have a ginormous bird of paradise that's like 20 inches in diameter, I'd probably start with that first because once I get over that hump, I can get over the other ones. Tip number 7, cut your plant chore or task in half. The whole idea behind a rule of halves is to make your specific chore or plant task and break it down into more digestible chunks that you are likely going to do. Let's say I have 100 plants in my collection. Day 1, I'm like, hell effing no, am I going to be watering all these things? The next day, I'm not going to try watering all 100. I'm going to try watering half of my plant collection. Let's say that day I'm also like, F you, Carmiel, hell no. go, then the next day I'm going to try watering a quarter of my collection. You're going to keep doing that until you actually start, because then it's going to be less overwhelming for you and the more likely you're going to follow through. There you have it. Those are 7 tips to stop procrastinating your plant chores, because we all know it happens to the best of us. Sometimes that's just the headspace you're in. Did any of these help you? Did you learn anything new? Are there any that you're going to try? Let me know down below. If you liked today's video, you know what to do. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. And if you want to be notified every single time I post, ring that beautiful bell. With that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I'm so happy you spent, honestly, your time with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Until then, I'll talk to you soon. Bye!